Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Before the Buzzer podcast. All the boys are here. It's early morning. It's an early morning Monday, but we're here excited to get into another episode. Boys, how are we doing today?
Doing really good. Really tired. Usually not up this early. Yeah, I'm
The
ready.
same. I'm tired as fuck. But let's talk Jits. Let's talk.
All right. Well, yesterday, Elite Eight happened. We had Zach Edey lead Purdue over Tennessee, and then in the second game, big time upset. NC State, who's upset, everyone along the way pretty much, pulled it off again over Duke, and it was because of DJ Burns had a career high of 29 points yesterday. Pretty fun to watch. I mean, I like watching him. He's just a little bit different than your typical center, but he's got some game to him for sure. And Nikola Jokic even had some comments after the game, admiring his play. So what do you guys make of TJ Burns' yesterday and his overall kind of run here? He's kind of put himself on the map a little bit. What do you make of his game and his performance yesterday?
DJ Burns played amazing throughout this entire tournament, but especially the game against Duke. Duke was probably most people's favorites to make it far, make it to the Final Four, make it to the national championship. But just like the rest of my picks, they did not go far. And DJ Burns has actually done like an amazing job as well as the entire NC State team, beating a really good Duke team filled with all this talent, all these 5-star recruits, and all they needed was that dog. He got that dog in him, and he's just unstoppable, man. I really like watching him play. Really fun character, really fun personality. It's just a joy to watch.
Yeah, I had Duke in the championship game, so obviously this wasn't. I thought they'd have it. Like NC State, obviously they were a weird matchup for Duke, but like, come on, bro. Like they're in the same league, and like Duke beat them earlier in the season, I think, and like, but whatever. So yeah, Duke fucked me over right there, but let's see. Yeah, I mean he's great. Obviously, like we love fatties around here, and he did a great job. Like he's very good though. Like he's very good. As you said, the Jokic comparisons are there, where he's got good hands. He can pass. That's rare for a big guy, right? Especially at that size. I think there's a lot of obviously Zach Randolph comparisons to being a lefty and a great post scorer, but he's definitely a very unique player, especially for the college level. And I think the great thing about college is that so many kind of play styles can win you games, and so many different players can win you games. Even if it's big as guards, random guys coming off the bench, like it's such a diverse like landscape of like players. So many different players of unique play styles. Whereas in the NBA, it's a bit more samey. So yeah, I'm a big fan of watching this, and hopefully they beat Purdue, so your pick won't land.
Well, yeah, DJ Burns will face off against Zach Edey and Purdue this weekend here in my home, or not my hometown, but where I go to college here in Arizona. But I will say, DJ Burns is kind of interesting because for his size, you wouldn't envision someone to be so, dare I say, agile and able to move the way that he does. I mean, a lot of his shots aren't just him backing down someone and using his force. He's got some nice post moves actually. I'd say for a big that size, it's super impressive. Just the way he can move and maneuver at that size to set him up with his post moves, his spin moves. I mean, you saw that spin move yesterday. He pulled on the baseline. That was a highlight for sure.
Yeah.
And his touch around the rim too. It's really impressive. He even at the start of the game, they started the game giving him the ball around the elbow, and he pulls a jump shot. First shot of the game, switch. So I think he's a really fun player to watch, and I can't wait to see the DJ Burns versus Zach Edey matchup. Alex, how do you envision that one playing out? Because there's a couple factors playing into this. Obviously, both teams need their centers to play well if they want to win. Both heavily reliant on their centers. I don't know if they're going to play DJ specifically against Zach Edey on the defensive end, because I think Zach Edey's so physical that he can draw fouls on the opposing team's center. So if I was NC State, I would actually play a big next to Burns. I would play Burns at the 4, because Purdue usually runs out a two center / forward lineup. So I would play Burns at the 4 to keep him out of foul trouble. Let him do what he does on offense. I want to hear your thoughts on how you think this one's going to play out.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you got to preserve Burns as much as possible. Try and just keep him away from foul trouble. Keep away from Edey, who of course is kind of a foul magnet because of his size and his physicality in the post. I think NC State just isn't going to have enough, honestly, to beat Purdue, just because there is just a talent discrepancy. Purdue just has better players. It's going to take an insane Burns game, and I think it's going to be harder for him to have a great game, because I'm going to guess they might put Edey on him, or they're going to put another big on him to try and slow him down. Or if he does get past the help defender, Edey's going to be at the rim and stop him, right? So I think he still might have a great game, but it won't be the same. It won't be the same as what he did against Duke. So I have Purdue winning the game purely just because I don't think NC State's talent personally, but I think we could see a great DJ Burns game again, and obviously it's been great to see him in the tournament, and hopefully they lose. Hopefully Purdue loses again, because I don't like Purdue.
I think Alex is bracket crew, because
I'm not gonna win, but I don't want to be. I want to beat Adam if possible. Small victories.
It's the little things in life.
Oh God, bro.
My bracket's already in the mud, so as long as I'm not last.
Oh man. All right, well, transitioning to the NBA now, we got to go to another big. This one is a little bit more modern, has a completely different play style than DJ Burns. Victor Wembanyama. He's been quietly, having a nice stretch of games here. Had a 40-point game the other day, another 32-point game, and kind of end of the season, Spurs have been out of it, so not as many people watching. I know Alex is probably watching because he's a sort of Spurs fan. I don't know.
I'm a semi. Yeah.
I don't know
Spurs
what you call
Kings.
Yeah.
But
glorious Spurs.
Victor Wembanyama really showing up towards the end of the season here, maybe trying to secure that Rookie of the Year, even though I think he's already got it pretty much.
Definitely, there's no way in hell he doesn't have it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
bro.
If he doesn't get it, I'll goon on camera.
That's
insane.
With that being said, I kind of envision him not having a crazy offensive year this year, just because I thought it would take him some time to be able to not learn the NBA game, but establish his footing in the NBA and
adjust. Yeah.
And I thought he would be great on the defensive end. Did not envision this offensively. So my question is he better than you guys imagined, at least for this first year? Because to me, I didn't envision him dropping 40-point games, 32-point games, leading his team in scoring most nights. I mean, he's certainly been better, in my opinion, than I thought he would be.
Yeah, I did not see this coming out of bro, but it's just that we've seen many kind of players with his types of build that really haven't panned out in the NBA. Seen players like Taco Fall, Boban, and I just didn't really know what to fully expect. I did think there was potential for him to be really overhyped, overrated, maybe even some bust potential. But dude, within the first month or something, he completely he'll never be a bust or anything. He's not overhyped. He's not overrated. He's the real deal. I didn't expect his jump shot to actually translate that well, and he's a lot more athletic than I thought. He's able to somewhat hold his own on the perimeter, and his length is just crazy, bro. What? It's not even his length.
Hold on, his length is crazy.
Yeah.
What kind of length are you talking about here?
What are you talking about here?
What do you think?
No, I mean his only real issues right now is that he does have high turnover games, but it does make sense because he's 7'4" and he has to dribble the ball so high. But if he could just start limiting the turnovers, they literally unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, the thing he has, in my opinion, exceeded my expectations because I didn't think he'd be this good on defense. Most times bigs have to have an adjustment to the NBA, to the pace. and he's out here he's leading the league in blocks and averaging over a steal a game. Like that's kind of insane, especially from a big man. And like I thought there was always some hiccups where like maybe he struggled with fouling, like Jaren Jackson or something like that, or he would have these games where he struggled to be like a matchup thing, or against, of course, against like the bigger big men, like the chunky guys, the Valanciunas of the world, the Jokic's of the world, you know. But I've been really impressed with him, and I think offensively, like he's still a work in progress with the jump shot. He's shooting only 46% on the season, which is like for a center, that's not great, especially on his height. But like this is the worst version we're ever going to see of him. Like we're never going to see. He's going to just keep getting better from here, and like assuming he doesn't get hurt or anything, he's going to have he's going to be an insanely good player. I hope the Spurs can have some good players around him.
Well, that's the thing, because he's obviously a good player right now as a rookie. So you don't have to worry about going all in next year. But at what point do the Spurs say, we have a guy that we can build around now? We have some draft picks. We have some young players. Let's go all in. Let's try and trade for another superstar to pair with him. Guys that come to mind, maybe I know Alex doesn't like it, but it's been times Trae Young.
Okay, so I'm fine with the Trae Young trade, but like the thing with the Trae Young trade is that I think it has to be for a valuable price. Like I don't want to give up all the assets to get Trae Young.
Every trade should be for a valuable price.
I know, but I'm saying like from the Spurs perspective, like you can wait like a couple of years. I think like it isn't like in my opinion,
how long
a couple firsts for like I think a couple firsts and like a Sohan or something would be good value. Like I'd do that trade.
So how many years are you willing to wait to let this develop? Because Wemby Pop obviously isn't getting any younger. He might not be there for an eventual push to be back into relevance. So you'd have to start over probably with a new coach. But if this were to happen, down the road, how much longer do you think the Spurs wait to make a big move, whether it's in the offseason with a trade or through free agency?
I mean, if you look at the roster already, there's so much young talent, right? Vassell is great. I guess Calvin Johnson hasn't had a great year this year, but there is talent on this team. Like there is like Branham, even though all of his advanced stats are ass, like he is solid when you watch him. I like him. They have talent on this team, and it's still the early stage of a rebuild, and there's no point trying to rush it when you don't have the surrounding pieces, right? Like if they were to trade for like Trae Young or something, they're not going to have like a championship roster already, right? They just don't have the foundation yet. They still need their guys to develop a bit more. So I think Wemby's ahead of schedule, and that's okay. I think it's more about just make sure you hit on the next couple of years of picks. And like for example, in the draft, I'd love to see them to take like a pure point guard who can develop next to Wemby, or something like that, or just a guy that just fits really well around him, and just see them develop, like Topish or like Isaiah Collier or something. I'd love to see them on next to him, just because he needs a guard. And then with the trade thing, like as I said, I like the trade thing, but like I don't want to give up too much for him, because I think it would be rushing the schedule. Like with Trae, they're not exactly a playoff team in my opinion, or they're not like in the West at least, just because like Trae doesn't give. I don't think the rest of the roster is rounded out enough to be effective personally. So I think you have to find the right player in the right time. And right now is not the right time in my opinion.
All right. Well, speaking of, you wanna comment on this, Cheyenne, or?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I think the Spurs should try to like surround them with talent like as soon as possible, like basically immediately. Immediately, bro. Because like you don't
star talent, or,
with the
role players,
any talent, star talent, no talent, like star talent, basically. But think about it, because you don't really know like with these like really tall like big men, like you don't really know, because like historically they have had like injury problems, so you want to like maximize. Like, because you're probably guaranteed like 10 years of like greatness. You want to maximize those 10 years to where you could be competing for at least like 7 of them, or because like with Wemby, like he's proved that like probably will be like a future like top 5 player, top 3 player, whatever you want to call it. But he is like good enough, and you want to maximize his potential while he's here, and you don't want to like waste his talent.
That's fair. That's very fair, and I kind of agree with that to an extent. I just think that like I think you should definitely surround them with better role players. I think
Yeah.
better like more, try and
Respectfully
be. I
pitched,
think you
like the
should try and
Spurs
be.
do not have much young talent, bro. There's a reason they're like bottom 3 in the league.
Yeah, but there is something. There is like I mean, yeah,
Like
Minnesota's
without
I
Wemby,
mean,
bro,
the
they're
Pistons.
bottom 1.
Yeah, exactly. But like they're still developing. You know, like Vassell, I think can be a legitimate second option
Yeah,
for
but
Wemby.
honestly, though, besides Vassell, they don't really have much.
You're right. I mean, Sohan has times, but never put the guy at point guard again.
I'm not
Please.
a Jeremy Sohan believer.
Yeah.
You're just salty because he's so beautiful. And you see his hair? Do you like his hair?
I like his hair.
I've seen his hair.
Yeah. What do you think about the one-handed free throw? Like it looks goofy. Like in 2K, it looks so goofy.
It's crazy.
It's like-
Usually, if you're shooting one-handed free throws, that means you can't shoot free throws. So I mean,
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't. That's the thing.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't shoot a one-handed free throw.
Yeah, he's British, by the way. So shout out gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Maybe
he's
that's why
British,
he
he represents-
struggles.
He plays for the Polish national team, so he's a traitor. But he's
What?
from Milton Keynes in the UK. Represent. Shout
Yeah,
out Twain.
the Brits.
Wagwan.
Right, well, hey, did you hear the news though? Did you hear the latest Trae Young news?
What?
The Lakers are rumored to be.
Oh my god, no
talking
way,
to
bro.
the Bucks
No, they should not. This is
In
so
talking-
ridiculous, bro.
about bringing Trae to LA. Thoughts?
This
I
is
don't know what you're
ridiculous.
saying, bro. D'Angelo Russell, the point guard of our future.
I'm gonna lay it out. I think it would probably take at least D'Angelo Russell, few first-round picks.
Do they even have a few first round picks to give? Like, what are the
I
fucking
think they
assets?
get one
Like,
next year, right?
Okay,
They-
so
they
they have
have
like
one.
two.
I think they have like a 29 first-round pick.
Oh shit, 29. Like, bro, come on, bro. Let's be real here.
Wait.
Like,
Well, they could do it. They could pull it off. I mean,
why would the Hawks do that, Trey?
I'm just
What are they
saying.
getting?
Well, they would get
Like,
probably two of D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, and Rui Hachimura. So I think
why would they want them? Like, outside of
Yeah.
Reeves, why would they want like D'Lo, for example? Like, D'Lo isn't if they're gonna rebuild because they're not gonna be competitive with this team if they trade Trey, right?
well, it's
Like,
just it's a
naturally they're gonna-
salary dump. At that point, it's a salary dump.
But why would they salary dump Trey? Like you could definitely get more for him, like somewhere else. He's
Well,
not salary dump probably.
Well, apparently, according to you, no one wants to trade for Trae Young.
Yeah,
Bro, you
but like
said the
that's
Spurs
just
would only
high
trade him for
price.
Sohan, bro.
No, Sohan and like
They do-
2, 3 first round picks. That's a young prospect and like multiple picks. Especially if it's the
Is
Hawks'
Rui
own picks back.
Hachimura
Because
not-
Spurs have their own picks. Spurs have the Atlanta picks from the Murray trade. So they can give their own picks back.
Well,
That's what
don't
makes it
you?
special.
Do you view Rui Hachimura on the same level of like Kyle Kuzma when the Lakers traded Kuzma for Russell Westbrook, or do you feel like he's a little bit lower than that in terms of trade value?
He's way lower. 2 reasons. One, Kuzma already won a ring, so he'd already been a part of a great team and had fit around a lot.
What I mean,
great
back
players.
like Rui wasn't on
Bro,
the Western Conference Finals.
Everyone was dogging
Yeah, but, I mean,
Kuzma
there's a
that
big
year,
difference
bro.
between
He
the
was
Western
not
Conference-
good that year.
Bro, there's a difference between the Western Conference Finals and a championship, right? Secondly, Rui's already had his
There's
own
also
team.
a
where he
difference
has-
between a
Rui's already
starter
had his
and
own
like
team
a
where
bench player who wasn't playing well.
we know, like, no, Kuzma started.
Kuzma didn't start, bro.
He didn't start.
Uh,
wait,
No,
he-
it was
he-
80 at
I
the
think
4
Kuzma
that
did.
year.
Kuzma
Oh,
came
he was
off
bench,
the bench.
okay.
Yeah.
But still, like, he was he was still an important part of that team. Wasn't he like third in scoring or something? But
Yeah, he was like the sixth man. He was like six.
yeah, 6 man, yeah. But what was I gonna say? Fucking. Oh yeah. So Kuzma, like he never had his own team, so there was an air of like, what could he do, right? What could he do with his own team? Hachimura has had his own team or the opportunity to take all the shots he's wanted, and he struggled in Washington. So why would a team like the Hawks want to build their team around Hachimura when he's already had a team somewhat built around him, and they failed?
Oh well, I don't know if you build a team around Rui Hachimura.
Then
but
why trade for him?
He's a
Why
good.
trade your
Is
centerpiece?
he not a good young piece to have in your arsenal?
He's like
not
25,
old.
right? He's
He's
26.
a great role player though.
Yeah, but you don't need a role player to rebuild him.
Rebounds, shoots. Could have
Yeah, he is. He's
attack
more valuable to the
closeouts.
Lakers than to the Hawks, right? He's more valuable to the Lakers than the Hawks.
Well, so you're saying if the Lakers threw out 2 first round picks, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, I wouldn't want to give up Reeves as part of it too. I mean, at that point,
I think Reeves has to be part of the deal, honestly.
Well, I think then if Reeves was part of it, I don't think Hachimura would. So let's say for
Yeah, that's
purposes,
fair.
let's say for these purposes, Reeves is in it. Rui will stay with the Lakers. I think that's what they've talked about. Actually, I think they've talked
So it'd
about
be Reeves and D'Lo.
Reeves, D'Lo, 2 first-round picks, and let's say like a Jalen. I mean, you're giving them another guard, Jalen Hood-Schifino or Max Christie, whoever they want. That's like a younger player from the Lakers. Shipping them out, bringing in Trae Young to fit into the lineup. I'm assuming they would go out in free agency or go out and trade for a 2-guard to pair next to a lineup of Trae Young, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis. I feel like that's a championship caliber team right
shut
there.
up, bro. Crazy, bro. Is that not a championship caliber? He's gonna be 40 years old. Are you serious? Like, come
and
on.
guess what?
Bro.
Guess what?
You see how good he is, bro.
He dropped 40.
We've seen the
Alex,
Lakers with the 3 stars before. It doesn't work.
Alex,
Like, it never has worked.
All right, bro. Westbrook
Yeah, he's
doesn't
so
count,
great,
bro.
but like,
Okay,
he's traded to be a star, right? You traded all your young assets to
Yeah,
him
but
to be a
like
star.
even then, even now, he's not a star anymore.
Yeah, he never was a star, but like he wasn't like he. When they made the trade, he was a star because he just had like a triple-double season in Washington, right? He was still like they were a solid team. They were like a 8 seed, 9 seed, I think, like a play-in team or something. Like they were a competitive team. He was still looked at as a star. Like when people made that trade, it's like, oh shit, they got Russ. You know, he's still like a legitimately good player, right? And like the thing, we've seen this before when Lakers try to do like 3 stars together, it doesn't work. The formula has always been LeBron, AD, and then really good role players. Going and putting a star and then weak role players next to LeBron and AD just doesn't work. We've seen this before. We've seen it. There's no point in doing it again, especially when last season they had the formula. Like you put competent role players next to LeBron and AD, they go on a little run. Even though
I think the plan more with like trading for Trae Young is also for like after LeBron too, because then you're also like even with Trae Young and AD, like they're still gonna be like a really good team.
I mean, are they though? Are they gonna be that good? I mean, I don't think. The thing with Trae Young,
I mean,
AD,
like
I don't
look
think
how
AD
good like
necessarily a
Trae
good
Young
fit
makes
Trae Young,
like
in terms
Clint
of
Capella
making
look.
Trae Young
Now
good.
imagine about that with like Anthony Davis.
Yeah, the AD isn't the same like player to like Capella. Like you know, like I think they have different play styles, and Trae kind of thrives as one kind of big man, you know, and AD is just a bit more skilled than Capella is. He's more finesse based than Capella is, where Capella's just run and jump at the basket and play good defense and rebound and shit.
Oh, well, I mean,
It's just
I feel like 2020 AD
I mean,
would fit the bill a little bit better. I think he's
I agree. I think he's slowing down athletically, you know, a little bit. So I just think next to Trae, you want pure athletes. That's the only thing for the bigs. That's what makes him the best. Where he can just throw the fucking ball anywhere. That's why Wemby would be a good fit, just because he's an insane athlete, right? With the AD, I think it's also. I mean, come on, like if AD and Trae Young gonna take you to a fucking championship. Like, come on, bro. Like older.
I mean,
AD's been declining, right? It's fair to say, especially offensively. Like that's gonna keep happening. Like you tell me that's the center of your team.
I don't know if AD is gonna keep on declining. I feel like it was kind of a decline from 2020, and I feel like he's kind of plateaued at this, you know,
He's older. Like he's gonna
since he's changed to the center position and added some weight to play center. I feel like his play on the offensive end at least has declined, but I don't think it's tapered off to where he keeps getting worse and worse every year. I think it's kind of he got worse and now he's kind of plateaued at this same level for the past couple of years.
I mean,
the only really problem with it, it's like it's not that like he's like gotten worse off. It's just he's become so inconsistent. Like that's the only real thing.
Well,
like one game will give you like 40, one game will give you like 16.
I mean, yeah, but the thing with he's 31 right now, right? Like, how many years do you think he has left at like an all-star level? Because obviously he's all NBA right now, right?
I give it like another 4 years.
You think so? 35? The thing is, bigs age very fast. That's the only thing, especially ones who are as athletically dominant as AD was, right?
Well, at an all-star level, maybe like 2 or 3. But as
that's what I'm saying.
As a good, maybe slightly below all-star level big, I'd say like 4 years.
But the thing is, next to Trae Young, you need him to be an all-star to like compete realistically. Just because the West is so loaded, there's so much talent. Like, I don't think you need him to be. You need him to be the guy next to Trae Young, like the number one option.
I mean, I think you got to be fair too in assessing, players that are continuing to develop for the Lakers. I mean, a guy like Rui Hachimura, he's still developing. We've seen him grow. It's evident that he's grown as a player. That's undeniable.
Is he a third option on like a championship team? No, he just isn't. He's a
Adam
role
nailed
player.
it.
He's a role player.
Well, yeah,
you know what I
but
mean? He's
I'm
a very
saying
good role player.
depending on who they ship out for Trae Young, Austin Reeves has developed into a very good player. Just not an all-star, but below an all-star level in that tier below. I feel like, and then guys like Max Christie, guys like Jalen Hood-Schifino. It's hard to project. It's hard to project those guys in the future, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
You can't.
you're taking it like glass half full. Like Jalen Shafino, isn't he averaging like 1 point in a game or something? Like, let's be real.
Oh,
It's
he
like
hasn't
Taylor
done
Horton
anything
Tucker.
in the NBA. He's looked
Yeah,
great.
it's like Taylor Horton Tucker.
He hasn't done
Like
anything.
this is
in the NBA.
like remember when everyone's saying Taylor Horton Tucker is like the future of the Lakers? Like no,
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was just had a couple of good summer league games and preseason games, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is the guy. He's him. He's fucking him." No, he's not. Like this. Like let's not get too high on these players without knowing what we have out of them, right? You can't go out here and project players being like, quality without like actually seeing them be quality, right? And like the thing with, as you said, the role players, like, is Austin Reeves going to be an all-star level guy? Probably not, right? No one on this team has the ceiling. That's
Well, I mean, I
like,
don't think that's fair to us. I mean, you haven't seen him without a
isn't
LeBron.
he 26? Like, how old is he? Yeah, but on the Lakers, like realistically, he's 25. Okay, I mean, like he's very good. I just don't think he's ever going to be an all-star level guy. Like, and I think you need an all-star level guy if you were to try and transition his team without LeBron into like you need to have an all-star backcourt if you were to have Trae, and then you need a guy next to him. I just don't think.
I think part of it is the Lakers. That time period where Kobe obviously had the injuries, and it was the dark days of the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers were embarrassed as a franchise to go through that. At some point, it becomes. I mean, I know we want to compete for championships, but let's at least stay afloat here. Stay relevant in the
I don't
NBA.
think the Lakers' way is just staying afloat, though. I think it's either go all in or just go all in at all costs, right? That's why I think LeBron's going to get that max in the summer. That's why I think they're going to do everything humanly possible to build this team, and that's why I think they might trade for Trae Young or try to trade for Trae Young just because they want star power. Because LA, Showtime, right? He would continue the Showtime legacy in his own
he would
midget
be
way.
great in LA. He would fit. He would fit that.
He will get so much love, but like I was gonna say something else.
Love and hate.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's right for the franchise. Like you need to have. I think this team isn't winning a championship as it is right now. I don't think there's really a move you can make to win a championship necessarily, and I don't think Trae Young would be the answer. Just because, I mean, Derek White on the other hand, I mean. Are we sure?
All right, Cheyenne. What do you think the Lakers would win a championship if they traded for Trae? Let's say it's the one I propose where they give up Reeves and D'Lo and they keep Rui
and a couple firsts.
Honestly, I'd rather keep the team the way it is than trade for Trae. It's because like Chris said, like I do believe like it's better to surround like LeBron and Edey with like better role players than try to go for like the third star and like hunt for the big name. I just do think like you just need quality like role players. Like the era of the big three is like kind of like gone past us, and like you can't really win with the big three unless they're like way better. Like that big three is like better than the entire league. Like that's the only way like you'll probably like win with the big three.
Like the big three, and
it's gotta be like all time. Like
even the Heat ones, like they were 2 for 4, like they weren't that good in retrospect.
Like you need good role players to win a championship, and I don't think sacrificing them for a star for maybe 2 years, like a 2-year run maybe, at most probably.
I don't think
that'll help.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like if you trade for Trae Young, you're gutting all your assets realistically. Like who are you gonna trade? How are you gonna improve the roster?
In like the future,
we had after the Westbrook trade, like they had nothing left to give.
Who knows? What if in 2 years Wemby requests a trade?
Well, I think
not go to the Lakers, right?
I think it's interesting because I think there's been a shift in the mentality of Rob Pelinka and the leadership to preserve these role players and keep a younger nucleus next to their star players in LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
That's because they learned from the Russ thing. And the Russ thing is interesting because originally that wasn't even their plan. I feel like LeBron and AD might have a bit. There was conversation of the Lakers already trading for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, and that it was done. And then at the last minute, the Russ thing kind of just all formed. But I think it's
That was
interesting
actually
because
such a stupid like trade. Even like beforehand, like
I mean,
your
the fit
three
was
best
weird. Yeah.
players really couldn't shoot.
Yeah. I mean, the fit was just very
Like
weird. Like everyone knew it, but everyone thought it was just a talent thing, right? But it's a
and like
talented
the thing
horse.
is
Yeah.
like also like I don't know how like good like the fit with like Trey and Braun would be because like Braun doesn't like want the ball. He does need the ball because a lot of like the Laker games you see like D'Angelo Russell or like Austin they just pass to LeBron immediately. And like you see like D'Lo even D'Lo he's like been trying like put more of an effort off the ball. Like I always see him once he passes off he's always like trying to set a screen off ball for someone and like get open. But I really couldn't like see Trey Young really doing that, or at least he hasn't really shown it to us. So I don't really know how that fit would be.
all right, well, going from playing team to another playing team, potentially,
Hopefully,
hopefully, the Houston
Oh.
Rockets trying to knock out the Golden State Warriors and end the dynasty.
Jalen Green,
But
post baby mama run, bro.
he's
he's
had a
playing like he got
Post
mouths to
milk
feed.
run. Yeah.
So the Rockets' 10-game winning streak just came to an end. They lost the other night. But closing in on Golden State, only 2 games back. Do you think that the Rockets can catch them here in the last stretch, or do you believe Golden State can hold them off and get that 10 spot to play either the Lakers, the Suns, or whoever is in that 9 spot?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they both have 8 games left. And with the way Rockets been playing, the fact that you're a young, hungry team, and Golden State is a bit older, a bit more kind of run down, a bit, they're missing some guys right now, like they're missing Wiggins, I think, right? And then I just think, the Warriors have a 2-game head start, but that's kind of nothing considering how well the Rockets have been playing. If the Rockets do get it, though, that's an insane story, and it's insane from the Warriors' perspective of how the fuck did they like lose this? Like, bro, come on. Like, and also, do you think another question though? Like, so say the Lakers stay in the 9th seed, right? Considering how strong the competition has been around them, right? Would you rather play Golden State? Would you rather play Houston in the 9-10?
That's an interesting one because the games between Golden State and the Lakers have been unbelievable this year. Really good games.
Yeah.
That 2 overtime game really comes to mind. The LeBron,
I'd rather play
LeBron and
just because
Golden
like
State.
even though Jalen Green's been going crazy, like bro, like with Curry, bro, like dude, he could go off for like 10 threes in like a
The thing
one
with
game.
the
Like
thing with the Jalen Green thing though is like if you look at the way the whole team's playing and you look at the momentum they have, right?
Yeah.
Where this is a team that could just like go out and just beat somebody just on a good night, like a March Madness team, right?
Mhm.
There's a team that's playing insane, like an NC State is right now, where they're on like a 10, 11 game winning streak. Like when you're on these runs, you'll feel unstoppable, right? So I think I don't know who I'd rather play from the Lakers, but like it's very weird also the Şengün part of it, where Şengün goes down and then Jalen Green goes insane. I think
is he like completely out for the season or could he return?
I believe so, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's out. But the thing with me that I find like a lot of people have been saying that like, oh fucking they're better without Şengün, or he's a liability or whatever, you know what I mean? Like he makes them worse. But no, that's not true. I think Şengün is his own thing. I think Jalen Green struggles without the ball in his hands. And I think that's more of a problem than Jalen Green, rather than Şengün. Because Şengün is the better player, I think, undoubtedly, in my opinion. He's someone who you want to build a team around because Jalen Green, although he's had this great stretch, he's been for his whole career an inefficient trucker, to be fair to him. Like, let's be real here. Like he's never really contributed to winning or like a winning atmosphere. And I think it's worrying that he can't do this alongside another great player, But at least he's doing it now, so good for him. But I personally have something to look out for. I don't like the whole narrative around Şengün being like, being the what's it called? The fucking being in like his way, being in Jalen's way. What do you think, Shaw World?
I just think that Natalie, because like the whole like question is like with like Jalen Green is like, could he like show that he can be like more efficient? Can he be like an amazing scorer in this league? And what this stretch like has shown is like he can. It's just like we hope like when Şengün comes back like next year, he could keep it up. Like obviously not to like this extent where he's averaging like 33 a game for like the last like 5 games. But like at least like have like maybe like a solid like 22 to 24 on like this kind of efficiency, like decent efficiency, like alongside Şengün. Like that would be like amazing for the Rockets. Like they couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, I mean, in the game they lost against Dallas, was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah.
Yesterday, yeah. He was 5 for 15. He had only 12 points. So that's kind of thing. Like, we can't
But to be
see.
fair,
That's the
like
big.
he's a lot of off. I mean, everyone has off games. Like he just had like
Yeah,
12
yeah.
amazing games, and then he has one. Like that's.
I mean, even then, I'm
you
going through
live
the
with that.
stats right now, and like, he's had games where he's like taking a ton of. Like he had a game where he was 9 for 26, example, right? Where he hasn't like he's putting up the points, but he's not necessarily doing it efficiently, which like I understand, right? Because
Mhm.
like it's just one of those things. But like, I mean, yeah, like I'm going through it now. Like he has games where he's like 5 for 16, stuff like that, 9 for 20. They're not great shooting splits, but still, he is a good player, and he definitely you're seeing he's always a very talented player. And I think that they could make some noise in the playoffs if they were to get into the play-in and go over Golden State. Personally,
I don't
Well,
think they could make noise in the play. They'll probably face like Denver or something.
yeah, okay, sorry, the play-in.
They'll
They
prob-
can
yeah.
Chris. I mean, yeah,
Adam
playoffs is
Silver would be
unlikely.
pissed. Like they knock off Steph Curry like out of the play-in, and then they like let's say like they beat LeBron. Adam Silver would be,
LeBron,
and then like
bro.
let's say they beat like KD, and Adam Silver would be pissed, bro.
KD and him, yeah.
KD and
But
Well,
yeah, on God, bro.
I think it's interesting to see how this is going to shape out because you mentioned the Mavericks. They were the ones who beat Houston and broke their 10-game winning streak.
Mhm.
You know who plays the Mavericks 3 times in the next 4 games?
the Rockets.
The Warriors play the Mavericks 3 times over the next
Yeah, that's
year.
they're on their own little run too. They're on a 7-game winning streak.
I
Yeah.
do believe they are on a 7-game winning streak, so they're hot. But
Times are dangerous, bro.
I will say Houston is 3 games back. I believe they're 2 games back, but I think Golden State is the tiebreaker. But Houston plays Golden State also towards the end of the season here. So I think Golden State fans.
How many games back is Dallas from the Clippers?
Dallas?
Like, could they get the 4th seed?
Well, the Dallas is at the 5
like 2
seed,
games. 2 games back.
and they are
Maybe
2
beat them, pass them.
It could happen,
the rest of the teams
struggling a little bit.
Like the 3rd year they play like Dallas Clippers, bro.
I know,
The Dallas
yeah.
Clippers series would be great, honestly. That's like,
It would.
But now, like, it would be that would
Now
be
Luka got
fabulous,
his help.
Yeah. But like, I'd like to see the Kyrie part of it too. See how Kyrie would do. I think the Clippers probably win that series just purely based off like surrounding talent. But I mean, I don't know. Like that's the
I'd
thing.
put the
Luka's
Mavericks,
special
bro.
yeah, especially the Mavericks keep playing like this. Like they're gonna have the momentum going in. But we'll see. Maybe next week we'll do like a prediction pod or something. Like we'll see how many games we got left. And then
I
also
feel like it's too hard
finals.
because like every seed is in the West at least is separated by like 2 games.
I know.
Yeah,
Looking at the top here, I mean, the top 3 teams are separated by 1 game. The Thunder in first right now, half a game up on the Nuggets, and then the Nuggets are half a game up on the Timberwolves. So the 1 seed race is interesting. Obviously, the battle to stay out of the play-in with the Mavericks and Pelicans being tied right now. The Mavericks have the tiebreaker in that, and then the battle of the play-in teams. I mean, you got Sacramento here, 9 games back of first. Suns tied with them, also 9 games back of first. The Lakers, sneaky, 10.5 games back of first. They're only 1.5 back of Phoenix, and they have the tiebreaker over Phoenix. So that should be interesting.
Phoenix does have the hardest schedule left.
Phoenix, it's been made of how hard of a schedule.
Also Sacramento has
the Lakers. They've been stuck at the 9
out.
seed for a while. It's just like the other teams in front of them, they haven't lost enough.
Well, the Lakers did go on a little winning streak.
Yeah, like that's the thing. They still
and
stuck
they weren't
at the
able to
9
make up
seed.
too many games. But I do anticipate Phoenix, facing some trouble here just because of their schedule. So, I mean, the Lakers, if you look at their schedule, it's not hard. I mean, but the problem is it's been the, not so great teams that the Lakers have kind of shown up for. But we'll see. I think the Lakers can catch Phoenix, but I don't like a first-round matchup against Sacramento, even with the Kevin Huerter news, hope he gets better and heals up. But the Kings won't have him for this season at least. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And then, of course, you have the Warriors and Rockets battling for the 10 there. I don't think either of those teams would beat the Lakers or Phoenix. But I don't know. We'll see. So heading now to our draft for the day before we get out of here. We're going to do a centers draft. We talked about DJ Burns earlier, so we're going to have everyone pick one current college center, whether you want to pick Zach Edey, DJ Burns, someone else, and then pick one, current NBA center. Doesn't matter what order, by the way. You can pick them in any order you want. One current NBA center, and then one all-time center. So who wants to pick first? We'll just do a snake draft. Just pick 3 centers. Oh, no, and then you can pick one, fun, meme center.
Hooray, yeah. Okay. I guess I'll go first. So you want to do NBA?
You can go first, Cheyenne. You can go second.
Just current NBA big men first. That's what we're doing.
No.
You do any order for any of them. Yes.
Okay, well, Jokic will go first. Yay, Jokic. Okay, move on.
All right. Let me start with. I'll take DJ Burns. Why not?
Wow, DJ.
Love my boy.
All right, I'll go first. I'll go to all time. Pick Kareem, the GOAT center,
Okay.
and then for my college, gotta go with the Asian brethren, man. The most hated man. Zach
Ni hao.
What does he have? Yo, Adam, what does he have right now?
What? He's the most hated man in America on Twitter.
No, but he has something after he won.
Oh, that was an old video.
His own Elite Eight.
Yeah.
He's in the Final Four, bro.
On my next pick, I will pick.
Really, Shane over
Me and
16, under 16. Sweet 16.
I'll pick Joel Embiid with my next pick.
All right, so I'll go with Donovan Clayton, my glorious UConn King. They're going to win the whole thing. We didn't even talk about it because it's just such a predetermined fact. They're insane.
I don't know, bro. I don't think they can handle DJ Burns.
Hey, we'll talk about this next Sunday when inevitably
after they win.
Purdue is UConn. No. The game's on Monday.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So
we'll after they win the Final Four. Well, Alabama has no fucking chance. If Alabama wins, I'm just
Alabama can shoot the lights out. That's the thing about them. You never know.
Yeah, but bro, come on. so UConn.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
But anyway, so
pick, right?
I have so I'll go with my all-time big. We'll go with Bill Russell. He's 4th on my all-time pyramid, or my all-time rankings. Well, we should be coming to you at some point. We'll do an episode on it. But yeah, he's number 4. Obviously, 11 rings. He's him. He's also a big fighter for social justice type shit. So shout out to him. And then Shine, you got the next pick.
Give me Shaq.
You cheeky boy. Yeah.
DJ Burns and Shaq down low. Come on, man. Y'all not stopping that.
Bill Russell clamping his ass up.
No, bro. You can't clamp DJ Burns, bro.
We're not playing head-to-head. We're going to play head-to-head.
Hypothetically. I'm saying hypothetically.
If you want to play head-to-head, I have a great player if you want to play head-to-head.
You got next.
But with my next pick, or I have 2 picks, actually. So in terms of a current day center, I have a couple options here. Looking at Bam Adebayo, probably not going to pick him, even though he's a good serviceable center. Wembenyama, I was tempted to make the pick. I was very tempted to pick, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to pick a guy who I think should have been an all-star this year, is having a really good year, Domantas Sabonis.
I thought you were going to pick AD.
Sabonis is valid as fuck. We love Sabonis.
I don't know. I want to be different.
King.
I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to pick AD.
On God, you tell him, champ. You tell him.
We've talked about AD so much. I want to give another man his flowers. I'll let my center
10-0 against AD.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going head to head, it's a chance. But
I don't have AD, bro.
and then for my meme player, just gonna pick the biggest meme out there. If you pick Shaq, I'm allowed to pick Shaq. So I take Celtic Shaq specifically.
Oh shit! That's not where I thought you were gonna go.
Oh, you thought I was gonna go with JaVale McGee, huh?
Yeah.
Nope. Celtic Shaq clears.
Like that Loki did give me an idea though.
My team is Zach Edey, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That alone should win me. But
with my meme players, I'm thinking between a couple guys, like maybe a nice JaVale McGee, Maybe an A. Actually, give me an A.
Eh?
That's valid as
Nene.
fuck. We love Nene. So for my
Give me an
pick,
A.
I'm gonna go with actually a little history lesson right here. We're gonna have a little rich history corner. So the last time we had a big like Wembanyama, he's a 7'4", moves amazingly like a guard, dynamic like player, was
Bull.
Ralph Sampson. Yeah, Bull. And then before Bull was Ralph Sampson. He was on the Rockets in '83. He was next to Hakeem when they went into the finals in '86. But Ralph Sampson is like he's the kind of he got injured very badly in his career. He had a lot of injuries, so he's never really lived up to his prime. And he started off amazingly. Like he started off averaging 21, 11, and 2.5 blocks, kind of similar to Wemby in a lot of ways. And then he got injured, and that's kind of the thing with, as you mentioned, got me thinking about him, DJ Burns. But like this is the thing, as you mentioned, like these bigs, they're just so unpredictable with their bodies, And I just wanted to give a little shout out to Sampson himself, my glorious king. Yeah, shout out to
It's a
him.
lame meme player.
I know. Okay, you want an actual meme player right here? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to give a little history lesson for the culture. Okay, my meme big man, bro.
That
trying to
means you
think.
switched out Bill Russell with Ralph Sampson. Then.
Oh my gosh! Wait, I have another good big meme.
Okay, we'll go to you. We'll go to you first. For me, let's go with I'm trying to think, bro. Okay. Okay, you go first, Adam. I gotta just quickly look up.
All right. Well, this is a free agency now. Undrafted free agents. Dwight Howard, and in any overseas country, is my in any Asian overseas country is my other meme player. So I have Celtic Shaq, Dwight Howard in any Asian country, Kareem, and then Domantas Sabonis. That's a starting five right there.
Give me
Okay,
Big Baby.
No, that's a starting four. Man.
Big Baby
For my
Davis.
player.
That was five. Yeah.
All right, for my player, real quick, I'm gonna go with the glorious White King himself, Greg Ostertag from the late '90s Jazz. This motherfucker's one of the ugliest guys I've ever seen. He was like the white complement to Malone in the post. Like he needed somebody to kind of subtract from Malone's. I mean, I'm assuming that Ostertag liked them older. I'm gonna just assume that, and that he was just to clarify. But yeah, he was on the Jazz for a while. He was on some other teams, I think, as well. He was on Sacramento for a year. But yeah, Utah Jazz legend. Greg Ostertag is my pick.
Anderson Varejao.
There were so many good options, and you picked Greg Ostertag.
Gotta show respect, bro. Gotta show
Dude,
respect.
you missed out.
I just picked him because he thought he was ugly too.
Dang, yo. I already picked.
You have another pick?
Do you
Fuck,
want
let's
to
keep picking, bro.
There's so many good ones.
All right, dude, Pritch, you literally have his jersey, bro. I'm gonna take JaVale.
Yeah, I do his jersey. Yeah, I have the Warriors jersey.
Can't believe
Shout
you
out,
haven't picked
gang.
him.
Who else with her?
How did you guys
I'm
not
trying to
pick Boban, bro?
Boban's too obvious. You want someone a little more like Boban's the obvious pick. Like we're doing this for fun, right? Like I want to bring something to the masses, But Boban's the clear pick there. Definitely Bol as well. Also Bol. Manute Bol is his poppy.
Tariq Black.
Shout out to him. I guess old Josh Smith. Game 6 Rockets legend. Yeah. Who else? Chris Kaman. Shout out to him. Hassania Diop. Yeah. Big Z. He was good though. He was a legitimately good player. I'm trying to think who else was next. Who else was next to LeBron on those Cavs teams? Because there's some random ass players.
Anderson Varejao. There's Ilgauskas.
He was good though. He was legitimately like a good player.
I was thinking about him on a second stint though.
Old David West, David Lee. I mean, those are all stars though, to be fair. But like, gotta show who else is there. I'm trying to think of just bigs, bro. Like, I'm trying to think of all the quizzes I do. Sven Nader on the early '80s Clippers.
Bro, these aren't even
memes.
We're just naming.
I'm just naming players. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who else is there. Rudy LaRusso. Shout out to gang in the '60s. Clyde Lavalette. He was racist toward black people in the '50s with the Hawks. Shout out to him.
Pritch, chill.
I'll end it there. I'm putting them on. I'm putting the culture on, bro.
All right.
Okay. Who else? Okay. Yeah. We'll end it there.
We'll end it there.
Solid
I feel like
ending.
we picked some pretty
okay,
good
one more
centers.
thing. We should deadass do a racist draft. I'm down as fuck to do a racist
All right.
draft. Like,
Point
bro,
of
like a
this
racist
episode-
player draft.
point of this
That'd be fun,
episode,
bro.
2024.
Bro, shut
Yeah.
up, Rich.
2024 is the
Happy
return.
April Fools.
Centers are back
Yeah.
in fashion. They will take over the NBA. They'll all be able to dribble and shoot threes. So guards and short people like me are screwed. But anyway,
Legit.
You're a guard?
well,
He's on the
I'm
bench. Is what he is.
Rich, hey, Adam, I know you think you
Hey,
Magic Johnson out
Rich,
here
Rich,
with these
Rich,
passes
Rich,
you've
Rich.
been trying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Adam,
5'6"
you ain't
big
no
man.
guard.
Chris,
Six setter.
Chris.
What?
Have you been watching the tournament, right? You know who Domask is?
Yeah, on Illinois. Yeah.
The guy that just backs to. Yep, that's me. That is me. I am Domask.
Yeah, losing by 30.
Anyway, watching episode 8 of the Before the Buzzer podcast. Tune in next week when we will preview, most likely, Purdue versus UConn, Rich versus me.
You mean Alabama versus NC State?
Nah, but
Yeah, that ain't happening,
the yes up.
But
It's just silly
it'll be
shit.
great. I'll have live, not live coverage, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be in my town, so I'll let you know what's going on over here. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be fun. And then NBA season wrapping up. We'll talk about how the race for the play-in is turning out, and the race for the 1 seed is turning out in the Western Conference. But thank you for watching episode 8. Make sure to go down below, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Follow on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram, and the TikTok, by the way. Got to shout out the TikTok. I'm sure Pritch will
I'll start
cook something.
posting more shit. I've been busy this week.
On the clock.
Shout out to
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
God bless.
Peace.
What was that?